The NBA 2K25 dunk meter is way more complicated compared to any other dunk meter we have seen before. But do not worry, I'm going to be explaining in detail how the dunk meter works, how to force a contact dunk every single time, the best dunk animations, and so much more. Before we get into it, I would really appreciate it if you could like the video and sub to the channel. We're on the road to 10K, and it would really help out the channel. But without further ado, let's go ahead and get straight into the video. Alright, so before we get into the dunk meter tutorial, I'm gonna go ahead and give you all the best dunk animations because of course if you want to abuse the dunk meter, you need the best dunk animations to do that. So for 2-foot moving dunks, I got on rim grazers off 2. For basic, you don't want to equip anything. Athletic, you want to go athletic one-handers off 2. For hangs, you don't want to equip anything. Quick drops, you want to equip quick drops off 2 and quick drop in back scratchers off 2. For double clutch, you don't want to equip anything. For back scratchers, you want to equip quick drop in back scratchers off 2. For reverse, you don't want to equip anything. There are some okay animations in here, but for me, I don't really like equipping reverse animations. For tomahawk, I have on athletic front tomahawks. For windmill, I don't equip anything, and then for 360s, I don't equip anything. Now, when it comes to city dunks, please don't equip any of these. They may look really cool, but at the end of the day, these dunks right here are way more blockable than any other dunk package that you can buy. And then for contact dunks, if you can get any contact dunks at all, you want to equip every single one of those that you can get. Moving on to 1-foot moving dunks for rim grazers, I went with rim grazers off 1. For basic, I went with both of the basic dunks right there. Athletic, I went with athletic one-handers off 1. For hangs, I didn't equip anything. For double clutch, I went with front clutches. Back scratchers, I put on back scratchers off 1. For reverse, I did not equip anything. For tomahawk dunks, I put on sidearm tomahawks and uber athletic tomahawks off 1. Now these two animations right here, I'm not gonna lie, there are some dunks in here that can get blocked, but there are some really good dunks as well. Also some really good contact animations on these dunks as well. So yeah, I'm willing to take that risk because it can really help you, but at the same time it can really hurt you. So if you don't really want to take that risk, I wouldn't equip either of these. Also, if you can get straight arm tomahawks, cockback tomahawks, if you can get either of those, I would definitely equip those. I can't get them though personally. For windmill, I didn't equip anything. For cradle, I equipped cradle dunks off 1. And then for switcheroos, I did not equip any of these. Again, city dunks, don't equip any of the city dunks. And then for the contact dunks, if you can get any of these at all, equip them all. For standing dunks, if you can get any of the standing dunk animations, I would equip them. And then moving on to signature dunks. Now there are a couple that are really good, so I'm gonna go over these really quickly. If you can get it, you want to go with Giannis Antetokounmpo. De'Aaron Fox is a pretty good package, but my only complaint with this package is some of the dunks do take a really long time, and it does allow the defense to recover. So honestly, it's up to you with this dunk package. You want to equip Klay Thompson. If you can get it, you absolutely want to equip LeBron James. Zach LaVine is 50-50. There are some really good animations in here, but there are also some really blockable ones. So again, you want to take that risk, you can, but for me, I didn't take the risk on this package. You want to equip CJ McCollum. There are some really good safe dunks in there. If you can get it, you absolutely want to equip Scottie Pippen. If you can get Ben Simmons, I would equip that as well. There are some really good standing dunk animations in here. And finally, if you can get it, I would equip Russell Westbrook. There are a few blockable animations in here, but for the most part, all the animations are very good. And there are some really good contact animations in this package. When it comes to alley-oops, I really don't think it matters that much. I just equip whatever. I mean, I can get elite contacts. I just don't really feel like spending 2000 VC because me as a guard, I don't really get alley-oop opportunities that much. So again, I don't really think it matters what you equip here. Yeah, that's it for the dunk animations. Now to get into the dunk meter tutorial. So first, I want to talk about the threshold that I found the dunk meter to be the most effective. When it comes to using the dunk meter at full force, the rating that I found the best was 93. Now I've tested a lot of different ratings. I've tested 90, I've tested 87. For me, there was no other rating but 93 that really was the best for me. 87, a defender wouldn't even be there, and sometimes my dunks would rim out. 90, same thing would happen, but it would happen less often with the 90, I will say that. But with the 93, it really never happens. I believe that is because you do get gold posterizer with a 93 driving dunk, and a lot of badges were combined in NBA 2K25, so I guess you get gold precision dunker as well with gold posterizer. That has to be the explanation for it. But yeah, if you really want to abuse the dunk meter at full force, I would highly recommend going 93 because that's really the only one that I found so far that works the best. Okay, so now we're going to get into what to look for in the dunk meter and how to actually perform it. Now, to perform the dunk meter, what you want to do while running towards the rim and holding R2, flick the right stick up, and then right after, flick the right stick down. You have to do that very quickly. and then a meter is going to pop up on your screen and you have to time it right. Now that you know how to actually perform the dunk meter, what you need to know now is what to look for in the dunk meter. It is a little bit more confusing than last year's. There's no green window in the dunk meter. So what you want to look for, you want to look for the arrow at the bottom to reach the thing at the top. Like you see the arrow at the bottom, right? You want to wait for that to go all the way to the top. You don't want to do it too late. You don't want to do it too early. If you do, you will miss the dunk. You can also look at the top arrow. There's going to be white closing in. And when that white closes all the way in, you can release the dunk then. You can also look for that. Right there is how you perform the dunk meter, but the dunk meter this year in game works way differently than it has ever before. On NBA 2K24 and NBA 2K23, it worked the same way. Once you flick the right stick up and the right stick down, whatever the defender was doing in that moment was going to determine your green window. It could not change. So if you went up for a dunk and no one was in the paint, right? No one was in your way, but your defender gets there last second, it will not matter. You are going to make the dunk regardless. But this year it works a little bit different. If your defender gets there late and gets a really good contest and is in your like line of sight, let's say I got a wide open drive, defender gets there last second, I'm gonna miss that dunk in game. I'm missing that every time. But this also has some benefits. Let's say a defender is sitting in the paint, but he's trying to bait you and he runs out at the last second. If he does that, your green window is going to be big again and you are going to make the dunk. So 2K basically made it to where the dunk meter changes depending on what the defense does. And this is also good and bad. Now that y'all know how to do the dunk meter and y'all know how the dunk meter works, now what y'all need to know is the most effective way to perform the dunk meter. So the way that I perform the dunk meter, what I do, I try to get my defender on my hip and force them into a dunk meter. This still works the same way that it did in NBA 2K24. It's kind of hard to explain because I'm not in the game, but pretend there is a defender trailing me, right? And he's on my hip, he's trying to guard me from my hip. If I am running to the paint and he's still on my hip and I do a dunk meter, it's going to go in every single time. Because the way that the contest system works on dunk meters, they have to be directly in front of you. If they're on your hip, if they're behind you, it will not count as a contest. They have to be directly in your line of sight. So you need to keep that in mind whenever you're playing guard. If you can get a defender on your hip, it will always be a dunk meter. This also can work if a defender is in the paint. If you can run in kind of like a diagonal line and then do a dunk meter like that. That time it didn't let me dunk it, but like let's say a defender is on that left block right there, right? If I can run in a line like this and then do a dunk meter, it's going to be a big meter. But yeah, there is no way to see what your dunk meter green window is. 2K ended up taking that feature out the game because of a device called Titans. If y'all know what that is, it basically auto greens dunks, threes if you have your meter on. There is no way to see your green window. You just have to have the IQ of knowing what is a good dunk and what is a bad dunk. Yes, this is kind of fluky at times. Sometimes you will go up for a really good dunk and will rim out because the dunk meter is a little broken this year. It's not very good. But if you do everything that I talked about in this video, you should be able to use the dunk meter at full force. And it can be really good. It can give you a lot of bailout buckets. And I definitely recommend doing this rather than just going up for a normal dunk with square or X on Xbox, I think it is. It basically guarantees that you do go up for a dunk. Sometimes when you dunk with square, it will not let you go up for a dunk. It'll just do a layup. That happens a lot this year. But if you do a dunk meter, it will let you dunk every time, no matter what. That's pretty much it for the dunk meter tutorial in NBA 2K25. If this video helped you out, I would really appreciate a like and a sub. We're on the road to 10K and we're pretty close. Hopefully I explained everything well. And if y'all got any questions, make sure to let me know in the comments. That's pretty much it. And I'm gonna catch y'all in the next video.